CBS Sports presents NCAA basketball. Today's game between the Louisville Cardinals and the DePaul Blue Demons. Live from the Horizon in Rosemont, Illinois.
A capacity crowd of over 17,000 on hand here in the Horizon. Two of the outstanding basketball teams in the country. DePaul playing host to Louisville. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Bender along with Billy Packer. There's excitement here as two of these clubs who could come to the Final Four when we get down to New Orleans in March are squaring off against each other. It's been a big day for basketball. North Carolina earlier today defeating Kentucky. These two teams are that same stature.
I think they're the same caliber. I think we'll see a game, though, right here, Gary, that's going to be a little bit more frenzied than the game between Carolina and Kentucky. Certainly two clubs that can make it to the Final Four.
Now, Louisville's without one of their players, Scooter McRae, who's out with an ankle injury.
Yeah, it's not the same knee problem, but of course they have great depth, and I think we'll see more playing time from Wiley Brown.
On the other hand, Ray Meyer of DePaul has elected to go with two freshmen, Kenny Patterson at guard and at center, Walter Downing.
Very difficult for freshmen to play in a game of this caliber. I'll be surprised if they can get the ball up the court as well as they would maybe with a McCoy in the game. We'll have to wait and see.
One thing that we speculated about earlier is how Louisville is going to be affected by jet lag. They've been over in Japan, but they played well against Morehead State.
And the kids from Morehead State said there's no trouble with them at all, but I think they'll be ready to play.
All right, let's check the two officials for today. One from the Big Ten is Richard Weiler, Rich Eichhorst from the Metro. These two teams met last year in Springfield, Massachusetts, and that game was won by DePaul 86-80. And there's the matchup. We mentioned Patterson and Downing. On the other hand, the veteran Eves in the backcourt for Louisville were underway, and this is Skip Dillard. Randolph, the second leading scorer on the team. Dillard wasting no time.
Dillard is a great pure shooter, is a second guard type, and I said there'd be much more frenzied type action.
Eves playing off to Derek Smith, who leads them in scoring, also shooting over 60% for the field. Rodney McRae, and it's 2-2.
Went right over the top, an excellent pass. We're going to see two of the best leaping squads in the United States out here today.
Deepest teams in NCAA basketball. Now it goes to Patterson, and that was the pass from Terry Cummings. Coming
in on the half court. Zone press on a full court situation.
Two outstanding coaches, Denny Crum and Ray Meyer. Ray in his 40th year. There's Rodney, the brother of Scooter, who's out today. Eves, he's the second leading scorer. Here is Downing, the player of the year in Illinois last year in the high school circles. Dillard again. Cummings is there.
Powerful player.
And there's a foul inside. Cummings a little nervous, but he's battling inside.
He is.
And it comes to Patterson. He's got a real savvy, doesn't he?
Looked good on that shot. Went up very positively. Of course, Louisville was in the zone on the out of bounds.
Gordon, a young sophomore who's also from Mississippi. Rodney McRae. Look at him get up.
Two great offensive rebounding clubs out here today. Good fast break.
This is Patterson. There's that savvy.
Put the ball behind his back and did not charge.
16:46 to go in this first half of play. Master Gordon out of Jackson, Mississippi. Rodney McRae. Derek Smith. Beautiful play. There's Walter Downing, 6'9", the player of the year in the state of Illinois. Starting his second consecutive game.
Cummings, a great shooter from that range, and Downing did a smart thing. Instead of putting the ball back up, he threw it back out.
Gets to go in this first half.
There's that zone defense in the out-of-bounds situation with Downing patrol in the middle.
He's got the hot hand. He's hit three from outside for his 6 points. 4 in a row. They lead the series 12-9. Patterson, he wants the shot. McRae. Eves. Into Gordon. Broken up. Nice pass to Dillard, and this could tie it up.
Oh! No. He left the ground a little bit too early.
Dillard, the senior, he played at Casper Junior College in Wyoming. The scramble. Randolph has it. Out to Dillard. Dillard again trying to tie it up, and he's fouled inside. Nice move by Skip Dillard.
In order to beat Louisville, you're going to have to play a good, solid basketball game and concentrate on the defensive end of the court. You've got to stop their quick and speed, their breaking game, and then you have to keep the backboard clean. If you can do that, I think you've got a reasonable chance to beat Louisville.
Gary, so far, I would say that DePaul is not playing a solid basketball game. They're doing a pretty good job of keeping that backboard clean, and what he means by that is you got to get up on the boards because of Louisville's great leaping abilities.
Louisville. Eves, look at the double team. Cummings with a big reach inside. Eves again.
Oh, Corbin way up with Rodney McRae.
To the zone.
And here's Pancho in the game. He is a great shooter, has no hesitation at all on his jump shot.
Patterson off to Dillard, 12:53 to go in this first half of play. Here's Tyrone Corbin, the man we talked about that can really jump. Cummings. Inside foul, Jones reaching in.
And that's mainly because Jones has been his man, and Jones hasn't taken the ball to him, as Tommy pointed out.
He has 5 rebounds to go with 4 points. The lead, 11-10.
There he did. He took it to him that time.
West of Jackson, Mississippi. Denny Crum says it's tough to get there from here.
But he got himself a real charmed ball player. They may be worrying about the defensive shot blocking ability. There is a case.
Cummings, he had a big hand go in front of him. Grubbs tries to follow. Look at Cummings up against the glass. He is hooked it.
Boy, put it up in the left hand.
And he's a very cagey player, Patterson. Boozer picks up the foul. That's a couple of breakaways that they haven't gotten to go down for him. Stills out of New York. He started the last game against Maine and his second consecutive start. A little tight at the line, though.
Boy, foul shooting is horrendous.
Eric Smith, they've been keeping him out from going inside. Charles Jones.
Everybody's worried about getting their shot blocked.
There's a good example. Smith changed his. The bodies hit the floor and a foul coming up.
Of course, has had great experience in international ball. He probably played as well as anybody trying out for the 1980 Olympic team and didn't make it, but he's made every international team since.
21% from the line.
Here we go, back to the tight man-to-man. Both teams using a lot of players.
Thus far, Louisville is 0 for 4 from the line. DePaul is 3 of 6. Coming, nice pass to Corbin.
Oh, he was fouled.
Rebound, here they come. Pancho right, off to Doozer. Doozer will spread it out. Lancaster Gordon.
They came down, and that was just a semi-break, but everybody filled the lane well.
Nice steal by Pancho Wright. He comes off the bench. He's one of those guys that provides everything for him. There's Gordon again. 2 back-to-back baskets. Louisville with the lead now, 14-13. They have great confidence and poise as a young freshman. There's the shooting statistics. You can see they're not shooting well, and we mentioned why. The reason they had him in there. Out to Doozer. Beautiful pass to Smith, and a foul is going to go on Terry Cummings. And 4 starters back from a title team, a team that won it in 1980, and they're having a tough time keeping their jobs.
That's right, and you can see this is the club that last year opened up with DePaul in that Peach Basket Classic.
Playing time he needed, so he was able to shift the weight. Nice play, Gordon, and Gordon is taking it inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Paul, Louisville on a move now. Here's Teddy Grubbs.
We talk about excellent vertical leapers on that jump shot. Teddy, they used it in their half-court defense except for out of bounds.
Pancho Wright, he's the man they want in there against his own. Corbin broken up beautifully by Gordon again, and Gordon's been sensational. There's McCoy in trouble again. 6 points for Derek Smith.
Dangerous passes, and there's a guy that just showed up. Got a standing ovation. Mark Aguirre, the great player from Westinghouse, DePaul, and then
DePaul having a tough time against the pressure. Grubbs broken up. Wiley Brown has it. Derek Smith, he's got the hot hand now. What a move. Ray Myers got to calm this situation down. Smith now with 8 points. DePaul, after a 3-point lead, now trailing 24-15. Smith with 8. Well, the first time they've been in the playoffs in 18 years. Skip Dillard, that's a shot they really needed.
Now, we talked about different reasons for coaches calling timeouts.
Rebounds in the game. Left-hander. That's a tough shot, and Smith has it broken up, but has it again. Smith has given him a real spurt inside. There he goes again. And he's fouled as he makes a move, and that's going to go against Randolph.
Time with Derek Smith, and Louisville had over 100 points against Morehead State. They're not a team that runs to score up that high very often.
To go until halftime. Most interesting halftime coming your way. Randolph, big lead move.
He needed one badly.
That's his first 2 points of the afternoon. Who was an all-Metro performer. Rodney McRae, look at that.
What's happening right now to DePaul is they're coming back down court defensively and not picking up their men. So there's
out of it. You can see Patterson there having trouble with it. Dillard is open. He's hit 2 in a row now. Cuts it to 5, 26-21. Look at that pass. Open is Brown. Beautiful pass. Pancho Wright blocked. The foul will go on Teddy Grubbs. the same numbers going against each other. 27-21.
Very confident ball player. Plays well with
Patterson tried to stabilize it. That wasn't what they wanted. Of course, two outstanding freshmen. We'll see. That's a long ways.
Wagner has excellent range on that jumper. Here we see the pressure again put on.
He played on that Camden, New Jersey team. Many people felt the best high school team in the country last year. Cummings driving, and he's been fouled by Brown.
Good call. Joey said, yeah, on January the 2nd, which is the very next game.
That really is that old cliche of playing them one at a time. Walter Downing has checked in. He's the new man in for DePaul. Look at McCray, sky up. This time, coming down with us, Jerry McMillan, a young sophomore from Newark. The Cummings. Oh.
Now, that basket should count. And there should be a foul. Let's see if they call it.
This young man now is 5 of 5 from the free throw line. 31-25. We're going to have a timeout.
He doesn't take Cummings out of there. He really hate to have that fourth foul this early.
Look at McCray. McCray reaching in that time on Randolph, and Randolph gets it back. And Jones brings it down, and a foul has been spotted.
It's going to be on McMillan.
It is. That foul will go on Jerry McMillan and down the line. It's a good point, Billy. I don't know either. Jones, here's a man who's ambidextrous, and according to Denny Crum, he's just going to be a great player. This first half, 32-25, Louisville. Cummings with the 3 fouls. Brown working him tough on defense.
Puts his chest right on the defensive player and then goes away from him.
Milt Wagner pushing inside this time, and it's going to go against DePaul. Right thumb. He did not play with the replacement for that thumb last year. This year he is. He disavows. Dillard into Cummings. Cummings wants the ball. He's going after it. Beautiful.
Wagner looked at the clock. He's a pretty good jump shooter.
He's McMillan, and that may give DePaul a real lift to be able to stymie them with all that time left, a minute 30, and they trail by only 4 at halftime. And as we mentioned, DePaul not shooting all that well, but still just trailing this tough Louisville team by 4.
New Year's Day, the legendary Bear Bryant and his Alabama Crimson Tide meet the Texas Longhorns in the Cotton Bowl. A Happy New Year on CBS Sports.
Summer times and first vacations, happy times and celebrations. Somewhere there's a Chevy at the heart of it. Autumn dreams and good vibrations, winter scenes and decorations. Get yourself a Chevy and be part of it. Chevy makes good things happen. Good things happen. Chevy makes good things happen.
Ring in the holidays. Ring out the year. Sparkling with Andre. Love and good cheer. Take Andre home for the holidays. Andre for the holidays.
What's a celebration without Andre Champagne to lend sparkle and elegance to your good times? Greet the season and your friends with the best. Andre.
For the holidays and all year long.
What would you call a microwave oven that's big enough to cook a crown roast, a 6-pound ham, or 4 Cornish hens? Wide enough to fit a 9x13 baking dish or 2 large serving dishes? Deep enough to hold a 5-quart casserole, a 10-inch dinner plate, or a deep dish pie pan, but doesn't take up even 1 inch of counter space.
I call it just what I need.
We call it the Space Maker Microwave Oven from GE.
GE, we bring good things to life.
Taste the high country.
It is a relentless land, people with relentless men.
Taste the high country.
They are us, and we are them.
Taste Coors.
It is for men like them we brew our beer. The only one brewed up here. Coors is brewed with pure Rocky Mountain spring water. Fresh taste that satisfies every day.
Taste the high country.
There is a time for work, a time for play.
Taste Coors.
We'll open your eyes.
Great picture. What kind of...
RCA Color Track.
thought they only made the big ones.
Guess you thought wrong.
I have an RCA.
Really?
Big projection TV.
Let RCA open your eyes.
Really?
From our smallest color track to our giant bright projection TV.
What do you think?
The picture's gorgeous, Bob.
George.
We'll open your eyes, open your eyes. RCA.
No experience, no job. I could do that job, but who'd give me the chance?
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines.
We don't ask for experience, we give it. You won't read it in a book, you live it. Pick a service, pick a challenge, set yourself apart.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. What a great place, it's a great place to start.
If we had never wondered about the wonder of flight, the ground would still be our limit. Wonder is the reason behind The Search for Solutions, a series of free educational films that introduces young people to the joys of curiosity and encourages investigation. Phillips Petroleum is proud to provide the series because once young people learn how to learn, their only limits are their own. Caring for your car and more. That's performance from Phillips Petroleum.
Brother Dominic, if we had another 200 pounds of wax, how many more candles?
13,003 annually.
And if we cleared another acre for our grapevines, how much more wine do you think?
633 bottles.
A simply amazing machine.
It's the Xerox personal computer.
How much did it cost? Another miracle.
The Xerox 820 personal computer.
Angelo's been working overtime on his flips. He needs the deodorant that works overtime.
Senator, Joe's been working overtime to get his story. Well, he needs the deodorant that works overtime.
Only Old Spice Stick Deodorant gives you both 24-hour protection from odor, plus that famous Old Spice scent.
Pluckett's been working overtime, learning the new plays. Sure glad my Old Spice Stick works overtime, too.
Old Spice Stick, the deodorant that works overtime.
Walter Cronkite, Richard Chamberlain, Ella Fitzgerald, and scores of the performing arts finest salute 5 extraordinary talents the Kennedy Center honors Saturday.
It's a 4-point game at halftime. Louisville with the advantage, and statistically, neither team is shooting well in this first half. Louisville getting the better of it from the field, but not doing well at the free throw line.
Really hard to believe a guy like Charlie Jones, 1 for 4, and he's a 78% free throw shooter. They should be doing better there.
One guy we should point out that's played well is Terry Cummings. He had 14 points, 11 rebounds, but it also brings us to the point that 3 of the DePaul players have 3 fouls each.
And Cummings picked up that third, had about 6 minutes to go in that first half. I was very surprised he didn't sit down, and Ray didn't take him out. Showed a lot of guts as a coach.
You said it earlier, Billy, and I think it was really apropos that DePaul is only 4 points down despite the struggles they had. Dillard. Cummings can hit him from there.
He'd like to be about 2 steps further in than that shot he had.
They're getting multiple shots, and McMillan connects. It's now a 33-31 game. First 2 points for McMillan. Derek Smith out to McCray. Look at him sky. Blocked by Robert Downing, and that's the shot block you were talking about. There's McMillan, Lancaster, Gordon outside. They're playing with much more poise. Skip Dillard. Corbin tries to follow. Rebound, Gordon. Wide open is Eve.
Nice job by Lancaster Gordon.
He went into inside the way these guys can jump from Louisville. Downing blocked that time by McCray. Recovery. And a foul inside. Good reaction. Foul will go on Derek Smith. That's his 3rd personal foul. He was shooting 67%, so he has really been on target.
I mentioned McMillan being from New Jersey. Of course, Norwood, Jerry Garland, and Bradshaw also had that New Jersey connection to that DePaul backcourt. Settled in that 2-3 zone at the end of the first half, and they've done very well with it.
It's Dillard. Beautiful pass to Corbin. It's tied up. 17 minutes left in this game. Pressure. Corbin again. Watch this one. Oh, he's cleaning it. For a timeout. His team trailing by 2, 37-35, 16:39 left.
Here we'll see Corbin's dunk. Now watch him cup the ball right here. Goodbye.
There's Corbin off to Cummings. Cummings has hit 2 in the second half.
Very smart play by DePaul. Cummings hadn't touched it during that timeout with Zenny Crum called the change.
Here was 27, and that was the last game against the University of Maine. That cuts it to 2. Lancaster Gordon has played very well in the early part, and now is in double figures with 10 points.
Louisville loves to run.
Honcho Wright, the follow away over Downing. He changed his shot point. Corbin. Dillard is down there, but they spotted him too late.
Has a foul, got away with it. Nice job by Ease.
But too late, and Ease got that.
Corbin wants to come out. He's a little bit tired. He gave Ray Meyer a signal. Let's see if Ray takes him out.
12 points now for Gordon. It's all tied.
The guy handles the ball pretty well out there, doesn't he?
He's an ordained minister. He has a new baby boy, Terry Jr. Very responsible young man and a leader on this team. Cummings off to Dillard.
That's what Skip can do very well. Take together, they were shooting 24% at one point.
Air ball. Cummings. McGuire, they fill the lanes. Corbin is back. Oh, what a play. But he's going to be called for a foul. Dillard charging into the man.
In the zone, he was not doing a good job blocking out on the weak side rebounds.
Cummings with the reach in, batted the ball away. Dillard to McMillan. Boy, that was a tough play.
You had the feeling they were in pretty good position.
Randolph.
That was a big shot for Randolph. First time today he put the ball up aggressively.
4 points. 2 changes coming in for Louisville. Just Rodney McCray. There's Brown. That's the shot he wants. Randolph for the rebound. McMillan, good court awareness, but they're going to call him, I think, for the foul anyway. He tried to avoid it again by McMillan.
Thanks, guys. Right there, Dillard realized he made a mistake when he gave McMillan the ball with a man right in front. History of basketball.
And, of course, in football, Bear Bryant broke his record. Rodney McCray hits a very important shot for this Louisville team. Cuts it to 4.
DePaul's playing it well. Ray Meyer said during that timeout, don't get in a running game.
Randolph has his shot back. He's hit 2 in a row. 47-41. And the scramble, we're going to have a foul. It's going to go on McMillan.
No, they're going to give it to Paul Ball. Should have been a foul.
A game. That's got to be of some concern to Denny Crum.
Now they drop back into man-to-man. Look at Cummings again, using that chest. Oh.
Remember, he's playing with 3 personals. He picked them all up in the first half. It's now 49-41.
Coming down right now. They have got to get the ball inside. They've been throwing everything outside. There it is.
Well, I tell you, Downing's playing him pretty tough. He has a foul as he moves inside, but Downing is fronting him, giving him all kinds of difficulty.
Moved by Ray Meyer. Kid asked to come out of the game because he's tired. He was playing well. And rather than let him die on the bench, he puts him back in the ball game, even though Randolph was playing well. Otherwise, the kid will never ask to come out again.
Gordon.
Now Wiley Brown's on him. Let's see what he can do with that chest against Wiley Brown.
Look at that. Didn't even bring it down.
Right back up. Didn't ever come down.
Couldn't say enough about him. You can see why. Wiley Brown, Walter Downing rejected it. Rodney McCray, and that'll be offensive interference.
Yep, that's goaltending right there.
McGuire had an outstanding game, 24 points. He's not here today, but they're doing the job. McMillan, Dillard chases it down. Cummings, a foul. Cummings took it to Derek Smith that time. And getting it to other people right now.
He takes it to anybody he plays against. You know, they haven't beaten. Louisville has not beaten DePaul since 64. Besides, see, there's no weak side rebounding because you've got Corbin on one side, Cummings on the other. No matter where it goes, you've got a man.
Wiley Brown, but Downing again with a block.
Wow.
Sir Walter is what they call him. What a career he's going to have. Brown, as Dillard reached in, Brown gets it back. Oh, again by Downing.
That was great basketball both ends of the floor. He's really concerned that his club cannot break this zone.
Lancaster Gordon, that's one way of doing it. 54-47. Gordon playing very.
Honcho right in the ball game, wanting to get up a shot. They're having a hard time getting anything up. Milt Wagner in the game, so they're surrounding the zone with perimeter shooters. But what you know, when you don't score, you can't set up your full court pressure, so they haven't been able to use their best advantage.
Wiley Brown, who has 1 point, now 2.
Looking for the full game, letting everybody touch the ball. There he goes again.
That's almost unstoppable, isn't it?
What he's doing, he puts his chest right into the defensive player and then backs off. It's all he's ever had.
That's one of the problems they've had with Downing. Downing hasn't looked good at practice. He's a gamer. Wiley Brown forcing it in against Downing. Good field goal,
Give Downing some credit. He didn't get
just to go. Patterson, good court awareness. Tyrone Corbin, and he's fouled by Rodney McRae.
I enjoyed also during that little talk with Ray last night to listen to Marge. You know, his wife has got a pretty good insight into basketball. The kids as well.
Knows what he's doing. Bill Wagner. Follow inside by Pancho Wright. A foul's going to go against Corbin over the back.
Basketball floor. I think that ought to be a technical foul against the DePaul cheerleaders. That may sound like a bad thing to say the day after Christmas, but they've got no business on the court itself.
And on that missed free throw, that was, I guess the whammy was put on. We have a foul in Lancaster Gordon.
They're forward. And you see them right there. That's a very unusual. And he also has them spread wider than his shoulders, which is also very unusual for a good free throw shooter.
His zone, it takes time to break it. Derek Smith.
He had the jumper before and didn't take it.
Louisville, with their quickness, they could get back in a hurry. The Downing to Cummings. Oh.
Back down, a great play.
61-52. Cummings in the second half was 5 of 6.
Overs in the first half. Trying to force the ball inside, playing much better in the second half.
There he is. Barry Cummings with 2 more. And the DePaul Blue Demons. Eric Smith with the other end. Now he's starting to heat up. He has 14.
Great pass. Freshman to freshman right there. Corbin on down to Patterson. A lot of smart things. He just didn't want his club to get carried away with their emotions.
Jones reached in, and who's going to get it? Eves does.
Nice crossover dribble.
They went to 5:58. That's the reason we can expect them to be vying for the Final Four. Foul outside will go against Lancaster Gordon. They kind of put this game in perspective.
Against Cummings that time. I thought it was outside also.
Too. I thought it was. On the other hand, Louisville was going to go against Duke in January.
This year, they've already played, what, 6 or 7 ball games? Yeah. That's right.
Great hustle. Great hustle.
Kenny Crum won the walk-in violation, didn't get it.
Little helter-skelter, but great determination. Dillard.
And now,
13 points for Dillard. 3 minutes to go. Lancaster Gordon has been a bright spot for this Louisville team. We have Division I and Division II, and also Division III standings. That'll be Tuesday night from Poly. That's goaltending on Derek Smith.
Derek wanted that one. He said it was on the way up. He cupped it on the way down. He really wanted it. See some timing and quick leaping ability. I don't know about that one. I believe he had it on the way up.
I don't know. You can tell.
Dillard stealing the ball. The second half was not too good. They weren't able to get inside that zone. And here's the spread. Little 4-corner situation. Dillard in the middle.
Patterson was looking for somebody. That's somebody Downing.
Nice pass.
And that'll be a foul on Dillard.
A 7 overtime game against this Metro Conference opponent, Cincinnati. Cincinnati pulled
a minute. You see it, a minute 35.
Another mental error. No place for Randolph to go.
Eric Smith, he hasn't quit, has he?
No, he's a great athlete.
Patterson, look out.
They've got to give the ball up.
Oh, how'd he get rid of that one?
The problem is that everybody's trying to force the ball through the defense. Victor. He's got 582 in basketball, 418 in baseball, and 38 years of coaching. How about those stats?
Speaking of stats, this guy hasn't scored, but he's contributed 6 rebounds and 7 block shots.
Randolph almost got by with a beautiful play right there, but he came.
He's really put a string together here at DePaul.
Well, he had excellent teams before that string, too, and he coached the great George Mikan, of course.
Campbell and DePaul with a minute 12 now. Oh. Eves. Derek Smith. Boy, he's got a handful of points down the stretch.
Calls a wise timeout. Key job, get that ball in bounds. McMillan doesn't see his man.
Thus far in this game, DePaul has used all but 1 timeout. Louisville has 3. That'll be a foul on Wiley Brown.
You notice how often Cummings is the man against the press that makes the catch? Yeah, I think a man that can see the play before it happens is one of my favorite all-time college players, but he's a guy that sees the play develop before it ever is there, and that's why he can be a pass ahead. Got to put it up.
66 Eves. Cummings with another rebound. That's 18 of them.
He's got a foul now. They've got a foul to stop the clock.
Dillard in trouble, triple teamed. He got out for a moment. Wiley Brown, it's really tough now. And a foul.
Up to the basket. He must feel that his one hand, his left hand, overpowers his right.
You think it's because of that thumb that he has problems with?
Could be, or maybe it could be psychological.
There's the time left. Another important inbound.
Need a foul. Need a foul. Need a foul.
Look out. Duzier almost had the interception. The Downing, Cummings.
Beautiful pass by Downing. He's been an excellent passer this entire game.
75-68. Gordon, who has 18 points in this game. Brown. Cummings again.
Lost the handle.
But it's academic now. That's it. 75-68. DePaul has won their 7th game of the year against one setback. They've won 4, make that 5 in a row over Louisville. As we've had quite a game, we hope you'll join us Tuesday. Tomorrow, the wild card game from Veterans Stadium. The Giants against the Eagles, starting with the NFL today. This is Gary Bender for Billy Packer. NCAA basketball has been a presentation of CBS Sports.